Alright guys, we're going to be framing up our countertop for our kitchen. Now what we use is melamine. It's got a nice sheen to it and it makes your countertops come out a lot smoother than anything else really. And it's thick enough where it's not going to flex on you. You can use eraser board and stuff like that, but if you use that, you need to be on a solid, flat surface because you get those waves in there and they're stuck on your countertop. So I like to use 3/4 inch melamine. It's nice. Now what we have here, PVC trim, AZAC, both the same. But the thing about this is, it's almost like, it acts like melamine for your sidewalls of your countertops and it comes out smooth and it's easy to peel off when you're done. Alright guys, so to start this process off, I always go off the factory edge of the melamine because you know you have a straight cut. Then I'm going to do my L over there on the factory and then we'll work it as we go and make sure everything's measured out right. So you'll notice when I do it, I dig it through, I pull it back out, and then I sink it again because I don't want that seam to come up or have the screw like raise it up on me. No, you don't have to just So what we're going to do is, I have this 3-foot piece already cut for that end, but we're going to use it as a spacer so we get the perfect 3 feet all the way down this whole thing. Alright guys, now that we have our framing up for the countertop, I'm going to add my tape to this now. And like I said, this just keeps the concrete out of the screw heads. So at the end when I'm ready to top this, I'm not fighting it. Alright guys, it's important to keep your melamine clean from any debris. If there's anything on here like dust or wood chip, it's gonna come onto your face of your countertop when you pour your mud down. It's gonna sink into the crete, it's gonna fall out, and you're gonna have a hole. You don't want any of those pittings. You can take a blower to this, like an electric one. You don't need anything high powered. I would do that before you put your tape on because you'll blow your tape off. But for this one, we're just gonna use rags and just wipe it down real quick. All right, guys, now that we have this framed out, we are going to be putting our grill insert in this area. So what we do is use a piece of styrofoam, get the measurements. You'll get the measurements off the grills. They come with the instructions and the measurements when you purchase the Sunstone grills. So, since we have an 8-footer, we just measure off our 4-foot mark. So, and then obviously we'll measure this so we're at center also. All right. And then we'll just line up our 2 lines here. Now there's 2 ways of doing this. You could either screw through. The only problem with that is you're going to leave holes in your millimeter. The only way to correct that is using some Bondo, some body filler. Fill up those screw holes that you made, and you can always sand those down, and your millimeter will be good as new. Well, the other way to do it without doing screws is using double-sided tape, which is a lot cleaner, and you won't have to deal with filling in screw holes. So in this case, we'll be using screws. I don't have any double-sided tape. The thing that you need to be aware of is when you get the dimensions on the grill or when you get the dimensions from the grill, make sure you set this for the cutout size and not the grill size, or your grill's going right through the countertop. All right, guys, this is Dove Gray. We are going to use this. This is our integral. So it is a powder form. It's just a colored pigment that goes into our stone rock. And this one we'll be using a Dove Gray. There's plenty of colors to choose from. This is just the color we'll go on because of the complexion that we're using for the profile, just to get the colors to blend. Now for our countertops, we use 12 pints of water per bag, and that's to compensate for the powder from the integral and also our stone rock. Okay guys, for our countertop, we always love to use Masterflow. It's a self-leveling agent, super plasticizer. Minimizes shrinkage, adds strength to your concrete, and what you do is, this is used 2 to 3 ounces per bag. So guys, I'm adding my delay again, like I did on the panel, just the 1 ounce. I'm just using 1 ounce per bag, because I'm in a cooler environment. All right guys, I'm gonna be adding the Masterflow now, 2 to 3 ounces per bag, like I said. And on this, I'm going to go max on every bag. And the reason being is I like the countertops to self-level, and this is a great product to have that happen. All right guys, now that we have all that additives in, I'm going to do what I did before and mix all that together in the water. Okay, now that I have my mixture, my Masterflow, delay, and water all mixed up, I'm going to do my integrals next, because I want those integral or the powder to become one with the water, so I actually get a true color rather than put the stone rock in and then I hope the powder mixes well with that stone rock. So integral with your water first. If I were to use a white color to color my concrete, I would use a full 5-pound bag to 150-pound bag to overpower that gray. Now as you can see, I have my mixing bucket far from my melamine, so I don't get the colors to splash onto my melamine, because again, I want to keep that surface totally clean from debris. So guys, making this level, it's nice and smooth coming out, but a Sawzall helps even more to get the bubbles out. So the objective here is to get the whole face coat covered. And along the edges, so everything's consistent all the way down the whole countertop. So with the Sawzall, it's going to have that vibration to, like I said, self-level this even more, and then get those bubbles or pitting out from the bottom surface more to the backside where it really doesn't count. So. All right guys, now that we have our face down, we get that cement all the way through, we're going to do 2 more bags with the the Dove Gray, because we don't want like a light gray and Dove Gray separation. So we are going to get this as a backer and fill up the rest. All right, so we just sprayed a little bit of water on the back side, almost like exactly what we did with our kitchen panel, just to smooth it out and trowel it down. You really want like these edges to be smooth, because that's really where your side piece for the kitchen is going to sit on, so you really want that to be level. So now that we're tightened up some, I can take this tape off without the panel mix leaking into the screw heads. Now we're going to do the same procedure. We're going to cover this with 6 mil plastic. So as it heats up, keeps that moisture in there and gives it more of a regular cure.